Hello, my name is Erman, and founder of the ATEC Research Institute for about 7 years ago. And about 44 years ago, I was like a student. I decided to become a next. I wanted to become a professor at universities, and it was very difficult, and with 3 of my classmates. After the revolution, it became unbelievable me because of my special situation of my minority. They didn't let me to do that, but I reached it. I wanted to even teach a small university, but I become a professor by the invitation, not in the normal way, because of the need. They invite me, and I taught 4 universities. 3 of them was the biggest university in my country. I reached to that, and after that I wanted to become a businessman, and I established a company. I became successful, and right now, in the age of 62, I have a lot of goals here, and I want to do many things. Perhaps I feel that I'm young, and no any barrier I feel in front of myself. And the only thing that it helps me to do this is the unity with myself. And I want to share this with you. Really, 4 times I tasted the unity in my life, especially in very bad conditions, especially when I was in the very horrible time because of my situation. They wanted to take me, to catch me, to put me in the jail, and I ran away, whatever. And I want to expose this secret to you, how in the very bad condition we can reach to our goals, and we can reach to great goals, not middle or. And I was thinking about the great people in the world, how they reach to their great goals, like Buddha, Zoroaster, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and for the people like Confucius, they say Confucius, Lao Tzu, Beethoven, Gandhi, Einstein, many of these people, the great people, how did they do? And they become united with themselves and do great things. They become influential, and this is not even about their knowledge, because this is not only the knowledge, this is another skill that they have. And I think that is, I name it unity with themselves, the unity with the creation. And any group of population in the new area needs unity by using the networking right now, because the team working, we need it, and we should be skillful if we want to become successful person in the world. Next, please. This is a language of unity that I want to explain for you. It is individual. This, when you reach to a specific condition, you can speak with a special language. I realized it when I was in China. I had a lecture for Lao Tzu system. They invited me, and when I listened to the Lao Tzu quotes, it was very similar to Hafiz, another poet from Iran. It is very interesting for me. Why? They reached to the similar. And I should explain it like this, and I find that this is something that I said it, the Unity Mountain. They speak very simple, their behavior is very simple, not very complicated. their clothes, entertainment, speeches, colors even they use, or they are very respectful, no violence in their life. They have loving kindness, very important. All of them, great people, influential people, have a very good behavior, special behavior, loving kindness with all creatures, all the human beings. It's very interesting. And how they pass these steps? I find that this is like a mountain. And this is not important from which part they start, they travel to the unity. And this part here is unity. As much as they grew up, and they become in the higher level, they become closer to each other. In the one area, they become united with themselves. They're speaking, their thinking, their goals become very similar to each other. And this is the unity. And it is the secret that everybody has inside his mind or his creation. It is inside us, something that we should find it and try to reach or to get it. And I name it the language of unity. Next, please. At the first, you should ask yourself, who am I? Whom I want to be? This is two persons. One person is the person that you are here right now, a student. It's no important. Very good step. Because this is not important from which race, which country, especially in this country. You are free. Very, very important thing, very valuable thing you have. And especially in my country, you are not free. You should do many things that you don't believe them. You can think everything that you want and can do. And what position that you want to reach, which goal you want to reach. It's very important. How should you trust to the eligibility and of good goals that you have chosen? How you can become trustful for the goals that you choose or select? This is the very important part. Who and what are affecting us and our goals? This is very important. This class is very useful for this part because Professor Yegorian has a good talent to convey this meaning. Really, I love it because I come to her class many, many times and I pass all her classes because of this. Because he has a special talent for this, and because of this, I want her to help me in the next one. And this is a questionnaire, very simple. You can test yourself that how much you are united with yourself. You take a piece of paper and yes or no, my lifetime goal is clear for me. Yes or no? 1 or 0. I can estimate how and when I can reach my goals. You can evaluate yourself. Give the number to you because you can evaluate yourself right now. It's very easy.
So yes would be 1 and no would be 0?
Yes.
So if you answer yes to a question, then it would be 1. If it's a no, then it would be a 0.
I can change my goal with sufficient knowledge. Yes, 1, no, 0. I have different counselors that help me to recognize my right goals. I know how to prioritize my goals to reach to unity, benefit yourself or everything that you want, the way. I can evaluate my condition related to my goals. What's the condition right now you have? I have good training courses for prioritizing real goals. I trust to have the help to reach my goals. Everything help you, or you have some barriers, or you can find something that can help you. I have trust for family goals. Family means the family that you have the explanation about yourself, every kind of family that you believe. I encourage to have great and big goals, not small goals. I feel great responsibility for using the family and other sources related to my goals. I don't waste the abilities or the sources. It's very important, and I have great responsibility to choose proper goals related to my environment and all goals. And next one. And you
Write
can
down or you still need to go in?
need time.
No.
Okay. And right now, you can evaluate by this yourself. This is your situation right now, in one part. And you should evaluate yourself for many different levels and ways. Next one. Appropriation and reputation. I don't know how many of you read the George Orwell book in the 1984. It's very famous book.
Anyone knows George Orwell's book?
And the story of many of the movement is like this. The story of communism, of many religions, revolutions, and political activities before power. They have good ideas, when reached to the power, they change. Who changed it? The managers. The managers have a very effective role, power, position, and properties. This is the 3 P's that they want to reach, and when they reach, they change their mind and forgetting the unity of human being after achieving. And how to achieve and connect to the hidden source as a perfect man. One thing that we should think about that is a perfect man. If we want a good personality, a perfect man in the time, how we can recognize it. And how benefit, greed, and alienation become acceptable in the current. Right now, all the things, if you go everywhere, power, money, how we can become a millionaire, how we can reach to more money, this is their situation. Next one, please. 3 main category decision making, this is our responsibility, because this is not only the others, this is us that we can affect that. One is work. When you work, you give your power to a system. You create the power and energy for another system because you accept it, you work for it. For consumption, when you buy something, you give a positive point that you can produce it more and more. And for encouraging, this is a signal to them that, if we do this, if you use a bad product or a harmful product, this is you, that you decide that it continue. The vote, the permission for the governors, how you accept them for the governing and show the maturity of voters. It is very important. Maturity of voters has a reflection that you see it everywhere. If you become strong, united, your system becomes strong and united. And creating reliable sources and used as a generator. You as the generator of the society. This is very important, and you know it, and the politicians and the men in the power, they know it, and men and women in the power. We need unity for correct decision making. If you hadn't the unity, many things can affect you. When you have unity, you lead the things. Next one, please. Changes in the new area. Within 5,000 of years, we had a small group in the technology like this. It was very, very simple. But after the 19th century, it became faster and faster. And because of this, these changes, it became very fast. And after that, it needed that the specialists come and control this system. The psychoanalysis started the manipulating the human being and thing, and because they use it for their goals. Next one. And this is the different things, books, education system, media, movies, they have the effective role to affect people. And next one. And here is the most effective culture creator. The culture creator is managers. They give their effects on the mothers, genders, ladies, pets, and at the end of the line is men. And the creator, they create the fathers, they create the society, and we leave the planet controlled by hidden females' power. And Geminis, because they are very sensitive. You know that Geminis have a very sensitive power in the family. And the ladies in the different positions, different mirrors that they have. And advertisement and the female power, it is very important that we need that we have the best system for training and educating of the females in the right way for the youth. Next one.
Can I just interfere with something? I don't know if you guys know from a history, but there was this letter as a written by a white man, the owner of slaves, called lynching letter, where he describes or where he preaches the white man how to make more slaves or how to enslave people. And he was his main concept was also to start with women, saying that if you give power to women, then you can enslave more men, right? And so even though this letter is very criticized, and yet this idea is still, right, or coming from centuries as to how giving power to women could, by that, change a society in some sense.
It's very important, thank you.
Good or bad, doesn't matter, but it will have a huge effect on the social changes.
And who are the reflective culture creators? Because managers are the reflective culture creator, not creator. The creator is the society, especially the women and mothers, because they use the psychoanalysis, the advertisement managers, they control the systems, the artists, singers, they hire them, they give money to them, and they find how it reflects everything. They do something, and when they receive the reflect, they increase that part. And because of this, they can control everything. It is very important. I can give you a lot of the facts that they use, and it is amazing how they use these systems. And all have very strong managers. And if these managers are hired and they sell themselves to the non-good or bad managers, it is a terrible system that they make the system for going to the alienation or many bad conditions. Managers use all specialists with the best techniques for their success. All the technicians. We have the vacancy of wise and sages equipped by unity. They should have this talent, and they should work on that. Thank you. We live in the self-centered world. This class speak about this very good, and it's very important. We live in the society of self. The first priority is the self-benefit, and it is not good because the result is not good. The sacrificing and spiritual aspect in the life become weaker and weaker. The spiritual is not only the religions. This is not related. Spiritual is the good sense of living and becoming united. We live in the world by pushes of the advertisement culture, and we live in the changing world with unlimited variety, and this is the condition. We need to make a world based on unity with common way for understanding. We need the cause that help us to reach to a right point of unity. Unity amongst the human, and one of the most important is the language. Language is very important because it gives the culture, the slangs, the everything that we use in the language, it makes us, and the field of unity is individual, family, friends, colleagues, corporation, society, countries, and the world. We don't work them. We have a lot of information about many different things, like mathematics is very good, all the things is very good. And I think that this is a necessity work for unity and have the skills.
So in terms of seeing yourself as a part of the world, is like when you create first of all, the unity with your own self, and then once you understand and identify yourself as a part of the world, then this is how you will recreate and unite with the rest of the other. It's the self with the other, right, connection, Lacanian ideas.
Yeah. And for individual unity is the result of this. When we have good goals, good plans, programming, time management, good time management, because this is very important. If I give you a research that in the one of the very famous university, I think that it was Stanford. One of the professors in Stanford asked from the student of the university in the Stanford, only when rarely of them knows why they are studying in the university. It's very important, and perhaps you can find it in the TED Talk. It's very important because we think that goal is very easy, but I did it many times, and I have experienced that 3% have the clear goals, and the family and job. We should find ourselves related to these items. And individual plans, because we waste our time and resources if we don't know not have a correct plan for our work. And how individual plan for themselves, with friends, with jobs, this is the others that help us for changing our plans and for financially, because in this world right now, for financial, how we can get money, how we can earn more money, and when forming or being a part of a family, all things, what is your main goals? If it is financial only, it is not enough. We need more. Thank you. Individual goals, everyone needs to correct process of goal setting, and experience about facts of goal setting are for higher educated individuals. Our research, this is the research that we did, and I did it in many of the parts, especially in the university level. I did it, and Harvard University did it in the United States. I did it in my country. This in my country was 2%, and with some forgiving of the sample. Next one. How the unity management work? Unity management needs research by interview, questionnaire, and observation, training. Nobody staying alone while, and nobody stay alone. All the time, this is something system that it is near to you by consulting, coaching, mentoring, and helping. Next one. How to achieve unity? That's like a garden. You should prepare it. You should design it and work on it. And 97% hasn't this for their future life and their goals. Next one. This is the main part of the system or the engine of unity. At the first, you should work on your desire, your knowledge. Only when you come to the university, They give you the knowledge, but if you have the knowledge and you haven't the base for desire, it doesn't work. Love, it is very important, it's very special power that we should have for love. Saturation, which becomes sufficient information, not overload information. Most of the knowledge that we have overload information. And in the Unity management, we control how it is more than your necessity, and you should have control it. Uniqueness, you become the number one person for that knowledge. You have something to say to the world. This is uniqueness. And amazement, it is a very important part that if we don't know this, we never be passive, we don't reach to the unity, the level of here. Because this is the barrier. This part is important, and after that is unity.
How probably 5 more minutes, guys. Hang on there, and then I'll finalize as to how this presentation could or how is it connected with our class as well. Okay, so that at least you understand the connection, and then why your individual role is important in the society in a sense. Okay, and then we'll call off what you did.
Thank you. And this is this items that we speak about that. Only one part of it, this is the Lacan mirror state that we have. We speak about that. One of the successful people, like the Walt Disney, used this 4 chair he put, and with different person, like childhood, negative, legal, and something like Goro. He made this and find himself in this diversity. And next one. And this is, I think that you speak about this in this class very good. And next one. Okay, this is another paradox that how we can control the self-centered idea. The hidden narcissist that we have, altruism, this is not a paradox that we have. One has not own personality. We should find our real personality in the different stages. And wisdom separated from activities. This is the part that we should work on it. And how we think about our perfect personality, how we evaluate ourselves as a perfect person, and the unique power is the manageable. You can manage it, you can learn it and use it for yourself. And how unity management helps the managers to reach to the global unity. Next one. And this is the unity with your goals. Choose one goal, you select one right goal. This is the last one. Choose one goal that you love it, you like it, and you want to devote yourself and time for that, desire to have it, and be ready to sacrifice for it. And the irony is, the pain of unity skill and reach to the joy of unity happiness, or joy of self-centered and pain of loneliness that we have. You know that one of the most problems in the United States is loneliness. Most of the people in the researchers said that the loneliness is not a good condition in this country. Hope that you become very successful in your life, and thank you for your